All right, ready to dive deep into the world of beetroot.
Let's do it.
We're taking a look at this YouTube video from Dr. Carlos Jaramillo. He's got some,
Oh, yeah, I've seen his stuff.
yeah, and he's super passionate about beetroot.
He really is.
He even said that if Popeye had known about beetroot, he would have ditched the spinach.
Probably.
So we're going to try to unpack some of his claims about the health benefits of beetroot.
Sounds good.
And really see what the science has to say.
Okay.
And figure out, is this root vegetable truly a nutritional powerhouse, or is it just hype?
Well, I think it's safe to say it's definitely more than just hype. There's some real science behind a lot of the benefits.
Right.
But like anything in the health world, I think we need to separate the facts from the, overblown claims.
Yeah, for sure.
And just look at it with a critical eye.
Okay, so let's start with one of the big ones.
Yeah.
Beetroot and blood pressure.
Okay.
The video highlights beetroot's high nitrate content,
Right.
which gets converted into nitric oxide in our bodies.
Right.
And nitric oxide is supposed to be like this magic bullet for our blood vessels.
Well, magic bullet is probably a bit strong.
Okay.
But nitric oxide is really important for healthy blood flow. It acts as what we call a vasodilator, meaning it relaxes and widens the blood vessels, which can really improve circulation and potentially lower blood pressure. One way to think about it is, imagine your blood vessels are like a garden hose that's been left out in the sun for too long. What happens to it? It gets stiff and less flexible, right?
Right.
Kind of what happens to our arteries over time.
Oh, yeah.
Makes it harder for blood to flow through, so nitric oxide helps to kind of soften those arteries and keep things running smoothly.
So beetroot is like a natural hose flexor.
There you go.
I like that analogy. But isn't high blood pressure a really complex issue? Can beetroot really make a significant difference?
Yeah, you're right. Hypertension is a multifaceted problem. It's not a cure-all by any means. Lifestyle factors like diet, exercise, stress management all play a role. But incorporating beetroot as part of a healthy diet can definitely be a valuable tool in supporting healthy blood pressure levels. And the research is pretty compelling too. Dr. Louis Ignarro actually won a Nobel Prize for his work on nitric oxide and its impact on the cardiovascular system.
Wow, a Nobel Prize. That's some serious validation for the power of nitric oxide. So we've got the blood pressure connection. Dr. Jaramillo also raves about beetroot for athletes. He mentions this compound called betalains being key for boosting performance.
Yeah, betalain is a powerful antioxidant, and it's what gives beetroot that vibrant color, but it's more than just a pigment. Studies are starting to show that betalain, along with that nitric oxide boost from the nitrates, can improve endurance and even enhance muscle power and strength.
Interesting.
And think about it. Nitric oxide improves blood flow. Better blood flow means more oxygen reaching your muscles, and that's crucial for both stamina and recovery.
So beetroot's like a natural performance enhancer.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
You know me, I like to look at the bigger picture. Beetroot seems to have these benefits way beyond just blood pressure and athletics. Dr. Jaramillo calls it a pharmacy in a single vegetable.
Yeah, that's a catchy phrase, but I think he's onto something. Beetroot is absolutely packed with antioxidants, and those have a really far-reaching effect throughout the body. They protect our cells from damage, they fight inflammation, they even play a role in detoxification.
Wow. Okay, let's break down these antioxidant superpowers then. The video mentions beetroot being good for our cholesterol levels.
Yeah, so specifically, beetroot may help reduce LDL cholesterol. That's what we call the bad cholesterol, the kind that contributes to plaque buildup in arteries. And what's even more interesting is that beetroot seems to target something called oxidized LDL, which is even more harmful. So if regular LDL is like a rusty nail, oxidized LDL is like that same nail, but it's on fire. It's going to cause even more damage.
Wow, that's a powerful image. So it's not just about lowering cholesterol in general, but it's about targeting the most dangerous kind. That's pretty impressive. And what about the brain? I remember Dr. Jaramillo getting really excited about beetroot's potential for cognitive health.
Yeah, and he's not wrong to be excited. Remember how we talked about that improved blood flow?
Right.
Our brains need that constant supply of oxygen-rich blood to function well. Beetroot can really help with that, supporting that cognitive function and maybe even offering some protection against age-related decline and things like multi-infarct dementia.
Wait, dementia? That's a serious claim. How could beetroot possibly help with something as complex as dementia?
Well, multi-infarct dementia is caused by a series of small strokes.
Okay.
which damage the brain tissue. It's like slowly chipping away at your brain's infrastructure, and it really impacts cognitive function over time.
Oh, wow.
Now, beetroot is not a cure for dementia,
Right.
but by supporting that healthy blood flow and protecting against that oxidative stress, it could maybe play a role in reducing the risk of these small strokes and just promoting overall brain health.
So beetroot is like a bodyguard for our brains,
Yeah.
helping protect them from damage. That's a great way to put it.
Wow, that's amazing. And if that wasn't enough, Dr. Jaramillo also talks about beetroot being like a detox superstar specifically for our livers. He throws around this term biotransformation, which sounds pretty intense.
Yeah.
Can you break that down for us? What is actually happening in our livers when we eat beetroot?
Yeah, so biotransformation is basically just the liver's way of processing and eliminating toxins from the body. It's a complex two-phase process. Imagine phase 1 as tagging and bagging the garbage in your house, and phase 2 is the garbage truck coming to haul it all away.
Okay.
So beetroot supports that whole detoxification process
Okay.
by providing antioxidants that protect the liver cells from damage and enhance the efficiency of these detoxification pathways.
So beetroot is like the liver's best friend. It's providing both protection and support for that crucial detoxification work.
I like that, yeah.
That's incredible. I'm starting to see why Dr. Jaramillo is so enthusiastic about beetroot. We've only just scratched the surface of its potential, haven't we? Oh yeah, we've covered a lot of ground already, but there's still more to explore.
Okay.
Beetroot is also a powerhouse for digestive health.
Okay.
And its unique nutritional profile is worth diving into. It's not just about the nitrates and antioxidants. There's this whole symphony of nutrients working together to create all these amazing benefits.
Okay, I'm ready to unpack this beetroot symphony, but I think we need to take a quick breather before we dive back in.
Yeah, good idea. Welcome back. Ready to keep going with this beetroot deep dive.
Yeah, let's do it. It's amazing how much we've already learned, and there's still so much more to talk about. We left off talking about beetroot's detox powers and its digestive benefits. So let's dive into that gut connection. What makes beetroot such a good friend to our digestive system?
Well, one thing is the fiber, right?
Right.
We talked about how beetroot is a good source of fiber, and that's key for digestive health.
Yeah?
Fiber adds bulk to our stool, helps keep things moving smoothly through our intestines, and prevents constipation. But beetroot goes beyond just basic fiber.
Okay, so what else is going on in there?
All those amazing antioxidants we've been discussing, they play a crucial role in gut health, too. Beetroot is especially rich in this type of antioxidant called betalains.
Okay.
And these have powerful anti-inflammatory properties. Inflammation in the gut can disrupt that delicate balance of our microbiome and lead to all sorts of digestive issues.
Right.
Betalains can help calm that inflammation and promote a healthy gut environment.
So beetroot is like a soothing balm for our gut.
I like that.
But how do these antioxidants actually interact with our gut bacteria?
Well, it's really fascinating. These antioxidants act kind of like prebiotics, providing nourishment for the good bacteria in our gut. Think of it like you're creating a lush garden in your gut.
Okay.
And the betalains are like fertilizer, helping the good bacteria to flourish. And when you have that thriving community of good bacteria, it can really impact your overall health in so many ways, from boosting your immune system to even improving your mood.
Wow, so beetroot is not just feeding us, it's feeding the trillions of little helpers living inside us.
That's right.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So we've got the fiber, we've got the prebiotic antioxidants. Anything else contributing to beetroot's gut-friendly reputation?
Well, it also contains something called glutamine. It's an amino acid that's essential for maintaining the integrity of our gut lining. So if you think of the gut lining as like a protective barrier that keeps things in check and prevents harmful substances from leaking into the bloodstream,
Right.
glutamine helps to strengthen and repair that barrier, keeping our gut healthy and functioning well.
It's amazing how nature packs so much power into a single vegetable. Earlier, we touched on beetroot's potential for enhancing athletic performance. I'd love to dig into that a little deeper. Can you explain how beetroot actually helps athletes train harder and recover faster?
Yeah, so we already know that beetroot boosts nitric oxide production.
Right.
And that plays a key role in exercise performance. Nitric oxide helps to widen blood vessels. It improves blood flow and oxygen delivery to working muscles, meaning your muscles can access more of the fuel they need to power through those intense workouts.
So it's like giving your muscles a turbo boost.
Exactly.
I like it.
And it's not just about endurance. Beetroot can also enhance muscle power and strength. Studies have shown that beetroot juice supplementation can actually increase the number of repetitions athletes can perform during strength training exercises.
Wow. So whether you're a marathon runner or a weightlifter, beetroot can give you an edge.
Yeah, that's right.
That's pretty impressive. I'm also curious about the recovery aspect. How does beetroot help with that?
So intense exercise actually creates these microscopic tears in your muscle tissue.
Hmm.
And this is what leads to muscle soreness and fatigue. Nitric oxide helps to speed up the delivery of nutrients and oxygen to those damaged tissues, promoting faster healing and recovery.
So beetroot is like a post-workout repair crew,
Exactly.
rushing in to rebuild those tired muscles.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, shifting gears a bit. We've been focusing on beetroot's physical benefits, but you mentioned earlier that it can also impact our mental well-being.
Right.
Can you elaborate on that a bit? How does beetroot support brain health?
Yeah, we talked about multi-infarct dementia earlier,
Right.
but beetroot's benefits for the brain go beyond that.
Okay.
So remember how nitric oxide is crucial for healthy blood flow throughout the body,
Right.
including the brain.
Okay.
By improving blood flow to the brain, beetroot can actually enhance cognitive function, including memory, attention, processing speed.
So it's like giving your brain a mental workout.
You could say that. There have been studies that have shown that beetroot juice supplementation can improve reaction time and mental performance, especially in older adults. It's not a magic brain booster, of course,
Right.
but incorporating beetroot into your diet can be a delicious way to support that cognitive health and keep your mind sharp as you age.
I love the idea of food as fuel for both our bodies and our minds. Now, before we wrap up this segment, I want to circle back to something we briefly mentioned earlier, this incredible nutritional symphony happening inside a beetroot.
Oh, yeah.
We've talked about the nitrates, antioxidants, fiber. But what other nutrients are playing a part in beetroot's impressive health benefits?
Well, beetroot is truly a nutritional powerhouse. It's a really good source of vitamins, minerals, and all these other beneficial compounds. For example, it's packed with vitamin C,
Okay.
which is a powerful antioxidant that supports our immune function and collagen production. It also provides folate, which is crucial for cell growth and development, especially during pregnancy.
So beetroot is a prenatal powerhouse too.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
That's good to know. What about minerals? Any standouts there?
Yeah, beetroot is an excellent source of potassium,
Okay.
which is essential for regulating blood pressure and muscle function. It also provides iron, which is crucial for transporting oxygen throughout the body, and manganese, which plays a role in bone health and metabolism. And of course, we can't forget about those betalains.
Right. We've talked about their antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties.
Yeah.
But is there anything else we should know about these vibrant pigments?
Yeah, they're actually really fascinating compounds. They've been shown to have potential anti-cancer effects, protecting cells from damage, and even inhibiting tumor growth. Some research suggests that they might even have anti-aging properties.
Anti-aging.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're really speaking my language. So not only can beetroot boost our physical and mental performance, but it might even help us stay youthful longer.
The research is still emerging,
Right.
but the potential is definitely there. Very exciting.
Beetroot is officially my new best friend.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we've covered a lot of ground in this segment.
We have.
We delved into beetroot's digestive benefits, explored its impact on athletic performance and brain health, and unpacked its impressive nutritional profile. But before we wrap up our beetroot journey, I'd love to get some practical tips on how to actually incorporate this versatile vegetable into our daily lives.
Yeah, let's do it.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with some delicious beetroot inspiration. Welcome back to the final part of our beetroot deep dive. We've explored the science, the health benefits, the gut connection, and now it's time to get practical.
Right.
How can we get more beetroot into our lives?
I'm right.
I need some culinary inspiration.
Well, beetroot is incredibly versatile.
Right.
You can eat it raw, roasted, pickled, juiced. It can be the star of the show or just a subtle supporting player.
There's really no excuse not to eat beetroot. But let's start with the basics, raw versus cooked. What's the best way to enjoy it?
Yeah, well, both methods have their pros and cons.
Okay.
Raw beetroot retains all of its nutrients.
Right.
And it's got that nice crunchy texture that's great for salads or slaws, but it can be a bit earthy for some people's palates.
Yeah, raw beets definitely have a much more intense flavor.
Yeah, and roasting kind of brings out that natural sweetness.
Right.
Makes it more palatable for people who aren't used to that
Makes sense.
earthier taste.
Yeah.
Also a great way to soften the texture, make it a little easier to digest.
I love roasted beets. They're delicious and versatile.
Yeah.
You can add them to salads, grain bowls, even blend them into dips and sauces.
Oh yeah, the possibilities are endless. One of my favorite ways is roasted beetroot in a salad with some goat cheese and walnuts.
Oh, that sounds so good.
The sweetness of the beets pairs really nicely with the tangy goat cheese, and then you get that crunch from the walnuts.
I'm adding that to my recipe list.
Yeah.
Speaking of recipes, Dr. Jaramello was pretty adamant about eating beetroot as part of a balanced meal rather than juicing it.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Using can be a convenient way to get a concentrated dose of nutrients.
Right.
But it strips away the fiber,
Yeah.
which is so important for regulating those blood sugar levels
Right.
and keeping you feeling full.
We don't want those sugar spikes and crashes.
No.
So it's best to enjoy it in its whole form, whether it's raw roasted or cooked in another way.
Yeah.
But what about those people who really don't love the taste? Are there any sneaky ways to incorporate it without it being the dominant flavor?
Absolutely. You can grate raw beetroot into salads
Yeah.
for a little bit of subtle sweetness and a beautiful pop of color, or try blending cooked beetroot into smoothies. The flavor gets kind of masked by the other ingredients, but you still get those nutrients.
Yeah, I love adding it to my morning smoothies. It gives them a really nice pink hue.
Yeah,
And I know I'm getting all those good vitamins and antioxidants.
exactly.
What about pickled beets?
Oh, yeah.
Those are a classic.
Pickling is a great way to preserve beetroot and add a little bit of tangy flavor to your meals.
I love the color.
You can put them on sandwiches, burgers, side dish.
Okay, so we've got salad, smoothies, pickling. Any other creative ways to use beetroot?
Oh, yeah, you can get really creative. Have you ever tried beetroot hummus?
Beetroot hummus, that's a new one for me.
It's delicious. The beetroot adds a beautiful color and a slightly sweet and earthy flavor.
Okay.
Perfect as a dip for vegetables, crackers, or as a spread on sandwiches.
I'm definitely trying that. What about using it in desserts?
Oh, yeah.
Is that even possible?
It might sound surprising, but beetroot can actually be used to make really delicious and healthy desserts. The natural sweetness and that vibrant color works well for cakes, brownies, even cookies.
Beetroot brownies. Now that's something I need to see to believe.
They're amazing.
Do they actually taste good?
Yeah, the beetroot adds this subtle earthiness and moisture to the brownies, and it gives them a nice kind of reddish hue.
Okay.
So you can hardly even taste the beetroot,
Wow.
but you still get those benefits.
I am officially blown away by beetroot's versatility.
Yeah.
We've covered everything from salads, smoothies, to hummus and brownies.
Yeah,
There's a beetroot recipe for everyone out there,
there really is, and don't be afraid to experiment.
right?
Beetroot is very forgiving,
Yeah.
and you might be surprised at what delicious creations you come up with.
I'm feeling really inspired to incorporate beetroot into my life in more ways than ever before. It's not just a healthy choice, it's a culinary adventure.
I couldn't agree more. Beetroot is a gift from nature,
Right?
offers this symphony of flavors, textures, and health benefits. Embrace its versatility, get creative in the kitchen, and enjoy it.
And that concludes our beetroot deep dive. We hope you've enjoyed exploring this incredible root vegetable with us. Until next time, keep diving deep and keep learning.